Hi there, my name is Mark and this is Pacific Northwest Solar. Our family has a solar array installed at our property in rural western Washington state, on the west coast of the United States. I've been inspired by other YouTubers to share my experience with our solar array and how it impacts my power costs. This video details my results for October of 2024, and I hope it will be useful information if you are considering getting solar at your home. Please also see the link to my separate video that gives more details on our installation, listed below in the description. I have added some additional content which I hope you will think is useful. Here's a picture of our 16 kilowatt ground mount solar array. The solar array is directly south facing in one of our pastures with no trees or other obstructions around it. We have 50 Z-in shine panels, rated for 320 watts each, with Hoymiles M300 microinverters on the backs of the panels. These microinverters convert the panel's DC output to 240 volt AC power, which is sent back to the breaker panel at the house. There is only one choice of electricity providers where we live. Currently, the cost of electricity from the grid is the same no matter what day or time it's consumed, no time of use rates. Any power generated automatically goes to usage in the house first, and then any additional is automatically returned to the grid. We get a 1-to-1 credit for each kilowatt hour that we send back to the grid. These credits directly deduct from the power we are charged at the end of the month. As you can imagine, the overall idea is to overproduce in the summer and use the credits to reduce or eliminate the electricity bill in late fall and winter months. I am using a Sense device in my electric panel to track power generated and power consumed, and I have written a custom Python program to capture real-time metrics for the entire system that I save and analyze. This is what the Sense app looks like, showing the statistics for the month, including solar production, usage, energy to the grid, and energy from the grid. Solar production continues to go down since it is fall, but ended up at 1,332 kilowatt hours for the month. The fully blended cost for electricity in this month, including all taxes/fees/credits, would be 12.7 cents per kilowatt hour, which is about 10 pence per kilowatt hour, for my UK viewers. Using this rate, the value of the solar production for this month was $169.78. The cost of my usage would have been $169.27 at this blended rate, if I didn't have solar. Here's a look at the solar production for October 2024 by day. Total production for the month was 1,332.7 kilowatt hours, with the lowest day being 5.5 kilowatt hours on October 30th, and the highest being 83.2 kilowatt hours on October 3rd. The overall average production per day was 42.9 kilowatt hours. The total amount of hours of sunlight per day went from 11.7 hours at the start of the month to 10 hours at the end of the month. The weather varied quite a bit across the month, with more than 10 times solar generation on some days versus others. Here's some additional details for the highest solar production day, October 3rd, 2024. At my location, the sunrise was at 7:11 a.m. and sunset was at 6:43 p.m., for a total of 11.5 hours of daylight on this day. The highest 1-minute sampled solar production was 12.2 kilowatts at 12:25 p.m. Very impressive production for a fall day, nearly the same as the high generation day in September. You can see the clouds coming and going with the drops in production throughout the day. Here is solar production and actual usage plotted together for the highest solar generation day of the month. Electric furnace was on for 20 minutes, which is that high spike in the morning. Other spikes were the electric oven and water heater for dishwasher and laundry. Overall, the baseline load is higher, due to the frost protection for outside hoses and ensuring the garage doesn't get too cold. Here is solar production, overall usage, energy sent to the grid, and energy from the grid on a per-day basis for the month, relative to each other. Usage, in this case, is power used by the house, regardless of whether it came from the solar panels or not. Overall from grid is definitely higher than to grid, as it is colder and darker, so less energy is generated. Here's a comparison of the October 2022, 2023, and 2024 solar production, along with the yearly totals for each year. Overall, 2024 has been the best year so far for solar production, slightly more than 2022. It looks like the tuning of my solar array's position in 2023 is showing a preference of sprint in summer for highest production, instead of in the fall, based on this data. As a way of comparison, the PVGIS website suggests that I should get 1,298 kilowatt hours at my location during this month, which I slightly exceeded. Solar production values have been within 5% of each other for these 3 years, which is pretty darn consistent. You can see the total for 2024 is continuing to be above the 2022 levels. Here is the month-by-month comparison of our usage between 2022, 2023, and 2024, along with the yearly total usage. Cumulative usage for 2024 is significantly lower than 2023 by more than 4 megawatt hours. I'm very happy with this overall yearly usage reduction, since the less energy you use, the less you need to generate. Here is the month-by-month comparison of the actual amount that I paid the power utility each month for 2022 through 2024. My bill was $7.49 this month, for 7 months in a row, which is the standing charge. My solar generation offsets all my power usage on a per-month basis, and I'm building up credits to be used in the winter. My credit total now is over 5,200 kilowatt hours. I will definitely be using this in the winter months to come, and it looks like I might get to 11 months with only the standing charge as my electric bill. We will soon see. Here is a graph that shows the lowest and highest recorded temperatures on our farm in Fahrenheit for October 2024. The high temperature of 77 degrees Fahrenheit, 25 degrees Celsius, was higher than normal for September. The low temperature was at freezing. I'm glad I had all my frost protection for outside hoses and faucets in place. Thanks for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up so other people will be able to view this video. If you have any other statistics that you would like to see, please leave a comment down below. Have a great solar day and see you next month.